Something had turned over. Oh, guess not. Okay. Hello, and welcome back to another celebrity requested reading. It is May 29th, 2026, and it is 6:11, no, 6:13 a.m. This requested reading will be for Lisa from BLACKPINK and Jungkook from BTS. Public announcement, special announcement. Um, After today, I don't think I'll be doing any more Jungkook readings. I had an intuitive message come through, and I'll talk about the message depending on what comes out during the cards. But I will be, like anybody I said that I would do a reading for regarding him. I'm still going to honor that. But moving forward, no more of readings for him. Okay? I actually got it for sure, at least 3 to do for sure on him. But like I said, any of them after that comes in after today, which is May 29th, I will not be honoring. Sorry about that, but anyhow, man, if I hadn't got that intuitive message, I probably would still be doing it. But because I got it, I can't. So anyway, let's get started. Shout out to the person who requested the reading for Lisa and Jungkook. If Guga is right, Lisa is a female Aries and Jungkook is a Virgo. All right, so let's get started. As you can see, all of the cards have already been pre-shuffled with these two in mind. I'm going to use the African Goddess Rising Oracle cards to start off the reading. And basically, what I want to know is what's the spiritual energy that connects Lisa and John Cook? Okay, I didn't even know he goes by JK, so I might say JK. That would be so much easier. And the second question will be what lesson their connection activates? So, the energy that connects them, and what is the lesson behind the connection? All right, so let's get started. At the bottom of the deck, at the bottom of the deck, isn't that funny? When I first started reading, I gave you guys a time and I said 6:11. I said, oh no, that's not true. It's actually 6:13. How come number 11 is at the bottom of the deck right here? Right there. And it's interesting that out of every card I could have got, we got pleasure. Okay? We got pleasure. And it's so crazy. It's really damn near the intuitive message that I had got. But I'm gonna just keep going and see where this leads us. All right. So when it comes to the spiritual energy that connects Lisa and John Cook, we have pleasure at the bottom of the deck. All right. Oh, this is crazy. Followed by creativity. Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna play with it. I'm gonna just tell y'all the intuitive message that I got. When I was meditating and everything, the message that came through was um, basically, in a nutshell, they're feeding the audience. Okay, they're feeding the audience. And so many times I get readings, requested readings for him. And if he's in a connection with this person, that person, this person, that person, I get so many requests for readings like that. But the intuitive message was saying they're feeding the audience. Okay, so this is energy. I'm tapping into the energy. And say, for instance, if one person wanted to see John Cook with, I don't know, Jenny. I do her so much. Okay. Say, for instance, if people thought that John Cook and Jenny would be a great couple or something like that, it's like they're gonna eat it up. The audience is gonna eat it up. You know, let's just put it out there that we're doing this, or let's do something to feed the rumor. You know what I'm saying? And that's the intuitive message that I got. They're playing to the audience, the tune to the audience. So it's like, if this is what works, let's do it. Let's do it because we're going to get paid either way. You know what I'm saying? So they're feeding the audience what the audience wants. I don't know how many other tarot readers or how many other people have tapped into that, but that's really what it all is about. It's part of the show. It's part of the game. Um, okay, so they said he's connected with this person. Okay, they said he's connected with that person. Let's feed on it because it's gonna pay. It's gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? So give them something. Give them something. Give them what they want. We're gonna win. We're gonna win either way. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna win either way, whether it's the truth or whether it's a lie. We're gonna win anyway. You know, it's the fans, it's the audience that's feeding the rumors. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was kind of crazy to me. But that's really what it all boiled down to, you know? So, yep, that's that. So, and it's funny, we got pleasure and then we got creativity. We're gonna create something that they want that's gonna, in the process, bring us pleasure as well as bringing them pleasure, giving them what they want. You know what I'm saying? It's all about smoke screens and mirrors. And I know people is not gonna like to hear that, but I got a journey that I'm on. I got a mission that I'm on, and I can't. If it come out, I have to say it. You know what I'm saying? If I get it intuitively, I have to say it. If I meditate and I get it, I gotta say it. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it all boils down to. This is what they want to hear. You know, some people may be more fans on this side, maybe more fans on this side. Okay, so yeah, the person that I think he should be with or she should be with, that's what I thought. So y'all really feeding the machine to a T, and at the same time, they cracking up at y'all. Like, they're laughing at how silly y'all are. And I know people ain't gonna like it. I know, but at the same time, I don't do it for likes. I don't do it for likes. Anyway, let's clear the energy. Let's clear the energy. All right. What is the spiritual energy that connects Lisa and John Cook? What is the spiritual energy that connects these two? This is card number 1. What is the lesson behind this connection? What is the lesson behind this connection? Of course. Let's talk about it, you guys. Number one, first and foremost, okay? Season. It's that time of the season. We all know everything happens for a reason. Everything happens within a season, right? We're talking about what spiritual energy connects them and what lesson is behind all of this. So, number 1, let's talk about it. And it talks about air. Well, it's the air element, okay? And that's interesting because what is air all about? Air is all about mental clarity, communication, breakthroughs, things of that nature. We all have that depending on which season we are in, right? Right. No different for these two. So let's talk about it. Okay. This is what it says. You have entered a new cycle that is very old. Allow yourself to become present. Trust in the divine timing. Don't be in such a hurry. There are no shortcuts here. Are you ready for a new beginning? Are you entering a new season that will force you to evolve? This is the time of major transformation. Lord, why you do me like that? You are not stuck. You are holding on to old patterns. Change can be terrifying. Change can be terrifying. Allow yourself to be mentored, okay? When you choose a new path, you are ripe for self sabotage, okay? A commitment test from the universe may pop up to delay this new path. Stay the course. Your time is now. And the declaration is, I am a limitless. I am limitless, okay? So at the end of the day, new seasons bring changes. And it sets you up for self-sabotage. You want to know why it sets you up for self-sabotage? Because You hadn't learned from the things from the past. What did this say? You are entering a new cycle that is very old. Okay, let's be clear. So let's turn this card over right here. So when it comes to these two, what is the spiritual energy that connects them? Oh, ho, 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 ho. We got the wounded healer. We got the wounded healer. Okay, so when it comes to what connects them, it has everything to do with them being healed or going through something. It's what we call sometimes trauma bonding or something to that extent. It's something that happened between, not between these two, but there's something that has happened in the past that makes them connect on a spiritual level. Okay, that's what the wounded healer is all about. Someone who has healed, okay, and who is capable of helping other people get healed from past trauma. Coming together, the wounded healer. This is what connects these two spiritually. All right. And what is the lesson behind it all? Oh, giving and receiving. I like that. Okay. So he gets something out of this connection. She gets something out of this connection. What do they get out of this connection? You know, a lot of people will say it's the fact that, hey, they're really in a relationship together. And it's more than likely not necessarily the truth. But remember what I said, giving the people what they want, and in return they get what they also want as well, or what it is that they need. Giving and receiving. This is the lesson. They're giving you guys what it is that you want, and in the process they are receiving what it is that they need as well. This is the lesson behind their connection, and I am not mad at it at all. But I do want to see what the signs are, what the elements is, though. What is the element? So, yep, wounded healer. So, more than likely, I'm going to say this because she is a Aries. She is assisting him. She's assisting him, not more so more than he's assisting her, but as the wounded healer come up, it's fire energy. Okay, so then let's see about the giving and receiving. That almost makes me think about the Six of Pentacles. Okay, which is that's Earth, and he is an Earth sign. So let's see what that is. It's more air. It's more air. Communication. Communication and clarity. Okay. Oh, but yeah, balance. It does talk about balance. So that's Libra. That's Libra. That's Libra energy. Yep. Mm-hmm. Giving and receiving. I give easily and freely. I receive freely and easily. Yep. Give and take. All right. Let's keep it moving. What's the next reading after this? The next reading after this will be John Cook's updated future spouse reading. Whoever requested the reading wanted to know about her age, wanted to know about her career, wanted to know about her her nationality, her personality, his timeline, and his career. So that's the next reading up. And I'm doing that one right after this. That's what I'm saying. We're finna do a little marathon here. And then after that, I'm done with good old JK. I'm done with good old JK. But let's just keep it moving. All right, so let's use these cards right here. These are the Our World Daily Oracle cards right here. And I just want to use these cards to basically see Lisa's role in John Cook's energetic world. And I want to see what John Cook's role is in Lisa's energetic world, and I want to know what brings them together. Okay, so Lisa's role in John Cook's world, energetically speaking, it's all energetic, it's all energy, you guys, all right, and vice versa. John Cook's role in Lisa's energetic world. And then we'll use the third card to see what connects them. At the bottom of the deck, we got the flexor, followed by, wow. This is so funny, y'all. I'm only laughing because it really do seems like it's man. Yeah, that's why I can't do this no more. Listen, we got the flexor, right, y'all? But next to the flexor, we got the sunlight, right? And if you look really, really good on here, it says 100K. 100K. You see that? 100K. They're gonna give you guys what it is that you guys want. What it is that you want to see with this sun being here. They're gonna get the views. They're gonna get all of that because they flexing hard because that's what y'all want them to do. It's working for them. Why not? Okay, why not? So let's see Lisa's role in John Cook's energetic world. Can I get one card, please? What is Lisa's role in John Cook's world? Energetically speaking, you guys. What is John Cook's role in Lisa's energy? In her world, energetically, sorry. What is John Cook's role in Lisa's energetic world? There we go. Okay. Well, it seems like, well, I'll just wait. What connects them? Because it's almost like he don't want nobody to know what that is. So, it's like he don't want nobody to know his role in her world energetically. That's what I feel like. He doesn't want anybody to know what that is. Oh, here we go. We got the path, y'all. And isn't that interesting? We're damn near going in order. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we got seasons, right? In this deck, you got to pay attention to the patterns, you know. Bottom of this deck, we got number 2. So, number 1, we got seasons. Okay, up here. In second deck, we have path. Okay. Whenever I see path, it always makes me think of choosing a direction in which you should go. All right. So what we're talking about is the role that they play energetically in each other's world. Okay. So this is something that seems rather chosen and not necessarily forced. And only some people gonna get what I'm saying when I just said it's chosen and not forced. Okay? Think about what I'm saying. It is chosen, it is not forced. They are choosing this. Okay? Anyway, let's turn it over. And remember, he did not want me to see the role that he plays in her energetic world, which makes me want to just turn it over right now. But let's just see Lisa's role in his energetic world. This is crazy, y'all. She's showing up as the model, right? And number 23 could be significant, right? Um, what does what does a model do, you guys? What is a model? Hmm? What is a model? What does a model do? Let's just read it because I know what a model does. A model is someone who shows up. A model is someone who knows how to walk and be seen, pose, strike a pose, knows how to hold her own in this role. We're talking about the role that she plays in his energetic world. Okay, she shows up as the model. I know this card talks more about it talks less about a catwalk. Okay, but when we think about a model, what do we think about? Someone who obviously one inspires us to want to be better, and better in whichever way is whatever people say about the model. Okay, but let's just read it. Oh wait, is it? Oh, I thought it was on there. It damn near look like it. Yeah, it do. Doesn't the person over here damn near look like the one on here? The pants look damn near the same. The shirt is just different, but everything on here looks the same. But anyway, let's see. Whoa. Whoa. How? That's crazy. I turned right to it, y'all. Now that's a little scary. Anyway, when it talks about the model, when it comes to Lisa and her role in his energetic world, it says, "Who am I? Who am I?" Okay. Now, remember what I said earlier. It's not forced, it's a choice. Okay? It says representation, role model, model, features, figure, philosophy, aesthetics, structure, ethics, fame, beauty, marketing, advertising, fashion, industry, generations, influence, reputation, message, mindset, archetype, self appreciation. Who am I? Okay. A model will transform into whatever is needed, whatever she has to work with. Most models are tall, most models are skinny. They have this structural thing about their face, okay, that makes them stand out in amongst other people, okay? So when we talk about the role that she plays energetically, in his world, it's all of the above. It's whatever role you guys pretty much want her to play. If she comes off as a love interest, then okay, I will represent a love interest. I will be that if that's what you want. Okay? I can be the fame, I can be the beauty, but don't get it twisted. I can come off as more than just that. Okay? Because it says philosophy and structure, as well as I said ethics. As I'm trying to put ethics and aesthetics together. Ethics, okay? She's not gonna do anything that disrespects her in any type of way. She will allow you guys to play the narrative, and this is how she shows up in his world as the model. Who am I? I am whoever you want me to be. Okay? Who am I? Backwards, I am whoever you want her to be. That's how she shows up energetically in his world. How y'all want her to see her. Some people may see her as the villain. Some people may see her as a love interest. Some people may see her as don't see her at all. You know, this is crazy. Anyway, if this is Lisa's role, in John Cook's energetic world. Let's see what John Cook's role is in Lisa's energetic world. Now, remember, I said he did not want me to know what that was. So then, let's see what it is. Of course, you little fucker, you. You know why? You know why he did not want me to see? Because listen. Whoa, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Because he's the boss. Okay? He is the boss. 3131. He is the boss. Okay? This is funny. Shay, what's so funny? Well, remember, I said pay attention to the patterns. 23, 22. Doesn't 22 come before 23? And remember, I said he did not want me to know what role he played. First of all, I should have asked first, okay? Because he's the boss. He's really a little cocky. Cook. He's a little cocky. He's a little arrogant, which is cute to me. You know, I'm a little older, so I don't really care about that shit. But it's cute. You tried it. But, yeah, he's the boss. You may not see what he's doing, his role, especially by me making him be second. But you may, let's see how this person is standing behind, pointing everything. But just like a model, she's right here in the front, right? But see how his hand is pointing? You go that way. Her hands are to her side. You feel me? Okay. So, you know, a lot of times when we come to the model thing, the person, I guess, who she represents or whatever, does tell her what to do and how to do it, how to stretch, how to tuck those lips in, no food for 2 days, you know. You know, walk up straight. Your hair better be like this when you walk this way. You know, whatever the case may be. But he's the one in the background choosing everything. So basically, well, hey, that's what they had said. Let us take a picture real close to each other and act like we're about to kiss. Oh, let's do this. Let's give them something. Let's give them something to talk about. If, you know, I gotta call a spade because in actuality, it is a boss move. You know, what do they call it? Is it called PR or some shit like that? It is a boss move. Play to the narrative. Why not? It's actually fucking smart, you know, and I'm not mad at them. I just don't have the energy to entertain it any longer. That's all I'm trying to say. You know, I'd rather be doing zodiac signs readings and shit like that. I just don't have time to entertain it no more. But, yeah. So let's talk about the boss. All we have to do is turn one page over. Rules and regulations, baby. Give and take. You got to follow them rules, okay? Leadership. Head control. Ooh. But here's the crazy thing about it. It's not even so much as Lisa. It's really head control over those who support the narrative. See, that's the thing. I swear. A lot of people is not gonna get this reading and is not gonna understand me, and that's okay because I don't do surface readings, okay? I don't play to the ego, all right? I don't read for the ego. I read for the soul. And it's the truth. The head control is not so much over Lisa, because Lisa already knows what's going on. The head control is actually for the fans. It's like I got mind control over Debo. Man, this is crazy. It talks about authority figure organizing. Yes, set it up, organize it, land it, get it done. Okay. Owner's attitude. Okay. Bossy, independent, responsible, reward, communication, shot caller. It is the way of the law. Okay. This is how we do it in the USA. They are playing you guys like a fucking fiddle. And it's funny, dude. Ooh, they not gonna like me after this one. Lord have mercy. But guess what? We don't do it for likes. We do it for rights, not likes. There's a difference. Anyway, let's talk about the theme of their connection. What is the theme then? Can't be mad at me. It's the cards that's speaking. What is the theme? Wow. Here we go again. The theme of the connection. I don't even have to turn the page to figure out what the theme is, because if you look here, we have a athlete. What is an athlete, y'all? Well, let me just turn to athlete and tell y'all exactly what it says. I know exactly what it says. I'll just show you. Playing the game. And that's really what it all boils down to. I said it already. I'll say it again. Playing the game. This is the thing that connects them. They're playing the game. They're playing the theme of what you guys want and what you guys expect from the connection. They're playing the game. We got go-getter again. We had go-getter with the boss. We have go-getter again. Focused, okay? A winner attitude, a desire to succeed, routines, confidence, willpower, and motivation. Not to mention goals. I'm not hating. Like I said, I think it's very strategic. I think it's very common. I think it's very common, you know. But I also think it's very common that people see what they want to see. Okay, they see what they want to see, and some people can play on that because they know you see what you want to see, and it works out for them. And in return, it works out for you too. It's given, they're not taking anything away from you. It's the fantasy that you want. They're creating a fantasy for you. So in actuality, they're not really taking anything away from you. Remember, we got giving and receiving. They're giving you what they want. In return, they're receiving something as well. They're just playing the game. They're just playing the game. And a good game they are playing. Woo! Anyway, new monster on deck. Strawberry lemonade. USA, USA. Anyway, let's go to the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition cards. This is how we're going to do it, you guys. We're going to get 6 of these cards, right? The first 2 are going to be past feelings. The second 2 are going to be present feelings. And the third are going to be future feelings. So here we go. What's at the bottom of the deck? What is that? Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, baby, is all about... What is it about? We already know what the Two of Cups is about. If you don't know anything in tarot, you know what the Two of Cups is. But let's just talk about it anyway. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because the first word on here is partnership. Okay. And the last ones on here is two heads are better than one. And it's true. Two heads are definitely better than one. But let's talk about this. Teamwork and benefits. That's what it say. I'm not making it up, y'all. It says it right there. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you. That's what it says. So, Two of Cups sometimes does mean love. And sometimes it does mean a partnership, as in a business partnership. Or it could be a married couple in a union and just happen to be in a business together, owning a business together. But as far as people tell me, these two are not married. But I just want to point that out to you. It's a lot of twos here. Two here, two here, 23 here, 22 here, and 2 here. What is all these goddamn twos about? That's what I want to know. I cut the deck, and we have the 4 of coins. Now, I know what the 4 of coins mean. I know what the 4 of coins means very, very well. But the only reason why I'm going to read it is because I split the deck, and I know Guga isn't lying that Jungkook is a Virgo. So let's see what the 4 of coins says. It says inheritance. It talks about gift, but it also talks about win. Okay. It talks about grants or benefits. It talks about status through wealth and financial protection and security, insurance. Okay. It says fear of destitution. Okay. And loss. It talks about meanness. It talks about the comfort zone trap. It talks about the hoarding. All right. That's what it means in this particular tarot deck. I just want to read that to y'all, just in case you didn't know. All right. So here we go. We're gonna talk about her past feelings and his past feelings. So here we go. These are her past feelings. This is going to be his past feelings. This is going to be Lisa's current feelings. This is going to be his current... What? Why do you always do me like this? Y'all better tell him don't play with me. This right here is gonna be his present feelings. Y'all better tell him to stop fucking playing with me, bro. Lisa's future feelings. Jungkook's future feelings. Okay. Now, I'll save what's at the bottom of the deck for later, but I will turn it over. I want to talk about the present feelings. That's what I want to talk about right now. Okay, why, Shay? Because I don't like motherfuckers playing with me. So let's see what John Cook present feelings are. Interesting. Huh. Now listen, I ain't gonna say what this is, but in traditional tarot, I know exactly what this Four of Wands is. And this Four of Wands is reunion, happy. It's good. It's really good. Homecoming type of energy. So let's read it. Why would he not want me to know that? Why would he not want me to know that he's happy? It says peace and rest. It talks about holiday and celebration, job well done. It talks about happy home life, joyful outcome. It says, or waiting for a conclusion, harmony, beauty, and love is in the air. So when it comes to his present energy, once again, why would he not want me to know that this is good? This is good. But he didn't want me to know that for some reason. Is it because the present energy may not necessarily be for Lisa? I'm just going on a whim right here, you guys, okay? It's something about this Four of Wands. He's happy. Either he don't want me to know or her to know. I don't know what the fuck which one it is, but let's just see what hers is. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Let's just go. Okay, so when it comes to her present energy, she's showing up as the connive of coins, and the connive of coins, you guys, is really just a page of coins. Okay, so her current energy talks about study. It talks about reflection. It talks about meditation, concentration. Oh, it talks about rules. Oh, okay. It talks about rules. It talks about instructions and scholarships. It talks about the love of learning and knowledge. Messenger, collecting, circulating information, management, or its lack. When it comes to her current energy, she is on point. She is still learning. Okay. But we talking about feelings here, you guys. Okay? We're talking about feelings. And right now, either she is focusing on something else that has nothing to do with him, or she is focusing on him, but he's not focusing on her. Cause something new has sparked her fancy. Okay? She's learning something. But whatever his present feelings is, I don't think he don't want her to know or me to know. I don't know which one it is. Okay, well, she's studying and reflecting on something. She's thinking about something. She's definitely thinking about something. Her current energy right now is focused on something, and I'm thinking it could definitely just be the image. Okay, it's the image. It's the image. It's almost like he, with the Four of Wands, you know how you step out of character? It's like he's stepping out of character. And when it comes to her current energies, she's staying in character. She's staying in character, but he is not. He is not. It specifically talks about rest, okay? Job well done. Waiting for a conclusion. Love is in the air. As a boss, he's more focusing on I know how to control the narrative and still do what I need to do, bottom line. But I don't think she's seeing it like that. That's funny to me. Because he did not want me to know. He did not want me to know about this Four of Wands. He did not want me to know that he's happy and he's at peace right now and he's resting. Okay? So, what does the future look like? The future feelings for them look like? Because as you can see, he's happy right now about something. She's focused on learning something. She's focusing on learning something. This is Page. A page, that's something new. Study, reflection, concentration, rules, application, instructions, the love of learning. She's more focused on something new, and he's happy. A job well done. He's happy with something, but I don't think he wants her to know. But let's see what these future feelings cards have to say. Let's go to him. Ooh, see what I'm saying? The Fool card, y'all. What is the Fool card about? The Fool card is all about new beginnings, starting something new. I think he got a new love thing going on. If he doesn't, because if we're talking about future feelings, why would the Fool be here? The Fool is 0. That's the beginning. It says the Seeker, negativity, living in the now, a journey outset, a burst of energy. Everything is open. All paths are available. He is looking forward to a new season. He's looking forward to a new season because we talking about past, present, and future feelings. His future feelings It is not here. It's not even here right now, in the present moment. He's looking forward with the Fool card to something new. Well, then shit. If that's what if he's looking forward to, what is she looking forward to future wise? Ooh, see what I'm saying? She understands that this present energy is only gonna last so long. You know, you can only play this role so long until it dies out, right? How come she got the nine? How come she got the 9 of Swords? This is her future energy, her feelings towards him. The power of the mind. It talks about good faith. It talks about integrity. She will walk away as a light type. It talks about busy mind. It talks about suspicious. It talks about fear. It talks about despair. It talks about shame. It talks about misery. It talks about anxiety regarding loved one. We talking about the future feelings. There is no future feelings. Not, at least not for each other. He finna start something new. And whatever this situation is, this present energy, you can tell already. She's preparing for this right now. With the page. Yeah. Pages. She's preparing for something new. She's learning. Pages are always about either a young person or learning something new, tapping into something new. Okay? She's preparing herself for this. She's learning something. Now, let's just stay on the roll. What about the past feelings? What about the past feelings? Let's go to his. This is crazy. I don't even have to turn the page, y'all. Journey, going to warmer or cooler climate. Messenger, kind attention, success after trials, recovery from ill or bereavement. Okay? So when it comes to past feelings, journey, going to warmer or cooler waters. So look at the way that I played the cards out. I did them backwards instead of forwards. So past, moving towards calmer waters. He did move towards calmer waters because we have the Four of Wands. Okay, this is a great card. And those cooler waters brought this type of happiness, and come future, he finna have a new beginning. He finna ride that fucking wheel. He finna ride that wheel of fortune, boy. I'm telling you. It's funny. Let's just pray it doesn't spin out of control, okay? Because he's a little cocky. Well, then, what about her? Ooh, she said, don't sleep on me, Shay. Well, my fault, little girl. She said, don't sleep on me, Shay. So, this is rather interesting. She's showing up as the magician. Okay, we got that one up here. Okay, and we're talking about these doggone. We got that new season up here too, though. But this was the past energy, you guys. So, when it comes to the past feelings, the magician being here, she felt like What comes after the Fool card is the Magician. It talks about the juggler. It talks about the trickster. It talks about the divine connection and inspiration. It talks about skills and talents, enterprise and intuition, not intuition, intuitive. Okay. It talks about willpower. It talks about mastery. It talks about self control. Okay. And leadership. It also talks about one man band as well as chatterbox. Okay. The chatterbox is what it all boils down to with the nine of swords right here. The busy mind right here. And listen, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Cause I gotta say what I'm feeling. In the past, I think I can understand why people felt the way that they felt about the connection, because she was a little more invested than he was. Okay? That's just what it is. She was a little bit more invested than he was. Or should I just say she enjoyed the, what do they call it? The stuff that you get from the lights, the cameras, like she enjoyed the attention. There we go. She enjoyed the attention. She enjoyed the attention, but she was just a little bit more invested. She felt like she could create the narrative with the magician being here. But he moved away from that shit real fast. Like, you know how sometimes you can play your role a little bit too good? She played her role a little bit too good, and he had to hurry up and move around with this Six of Swords being right here. It's like, you know how that boss and employer relationship is. A real boss is gonna know when to cut shit out. A real boss, you feel me? And that's kind of what seems to happen. What's at the bottom of the? First of all, I want to know what this card is. What is this? Yeah, we got the Star card. The Star card is all about hope and renewal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Um, she was real hopeful, like for real. She was real hopeful, but balance. Yep. Remember that give and take. You are the model. I am the boss. You do what I say. This is Sagittarius energy. She is an Aries. This is fire energy. Balance it out for the narrative. Don't make it more than what it is. But she was very hopeful for it to be more than that. And you motherfuckers played into that, okay? Well, shoot, they really think it. Let's push the envelope and do some more stuff. You know? And then maybe, just maybe, we could really do this for real. Y'all made this the way that this is. Y'all, and if it backfired, that's on y'all. Like, for real. Just not nice. Not nice. Y'all do that girl like that. It's like y'all fed the monster. Jesus, y'all got me scratching my goddamn. Don't have me scratching my edges. My edges is starting to grow back in. Don't have me scratching my shit now. God damn. Listen. Let's keep it moving because we're already an hour in. But let's go to the karmic lesson behind it all. And in order to do that, we're going to use Tula. Okay? And I want to know what Lisa triggers in Jungkook. Okay? What energy does she trigger? You talking about karmic lessons, though. So what does she trigger in him, and then vice versa? What Jungkook triggers in her. So at the bottom of the deck, okay, I say maestro, but it's maestro. But this is all about orchestrating. Okay, what does a maestro or a maestro do? Over there, then y'all over here, then y'all come together. They're orchestrating something, a song that you guys want to hear. They're moving to whatever it is you guys want them to do. They're doing it all for you guys, really. For real. Yes. Okay? They're doing it for y'all. From the heart. Listen, what is the karmic lesson behind this? Presence. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Lord have mercy. What's the karmic lesson here? What does Lisa trigger? And Jungkook, please. What does Lisa trigger and Jungkook? A whole lot of shit. But how? You's a boss. You're not supposed to be triggered by shit. What does Jungkook trigger and Lisa? Isn't that funny? At the bottom of the deck, we have applause. And we know what applause is all about. Applause is appreciating who you are even when you're not on the stage. That's basically what applause is. Being cool and dandy when the lights and the cameras and all that, and the attention is on you. But once that light goes off, do you still appreciate yourself? Do you still feel as if you're worth a bow? Okay, that's what applause is about. Now, I want to go to this card first, right here. I want to know, this is the card for what Jungkook triggers in Lisa. So what does he trigger in Lisa? You the boss. What do he trigger in her? Ooh, of course. Connection. Remember when I just said sometimes we can play our role a little bit too much? And this is the crazy part about it. I know for a fact, when it comes to this connection card, I know for a fact this donkey right here name is Jenny. I know for a fact that this donkey name is Jenny, right? And we're talking about what Jungkook triggers in her. Remember, I literally just said she wanted more, okay, out of this connection than he was willing to give her. So this what triggered her wanting that connection. He wasn't available to do that. That's not the role that he was playing. Okay? But the karmic lesson is all about is basically back to this applause. Be more in love, be more in tune with the connection that you have with yourself versus the connection that you have outside of yourself. Okay? Those people, those fake smiling people, okay? Have a connection with yourself before you try to dive in deep to have a connection with somebody else. One, 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 one on the goddamn clock. That's 4 or 5 fucking ones, okay? 5 is all about transformation. You see how that 5 is? Was a 5 go then the big transformation, that little that part right there. You see transformation, transfer. You see how many different a 5 do? That's what 5s are all about. They're about transformation. Okay, so she want that connection, but the karmic lesson is connect with yourself. When you connect with yourself, then you'll bring in that energy for those who should connect with you. Whether business, family, relationships, whatever. You got to have that connection with yourself. This is what triggered her. This is how he triggers her. Her wanting that connection that she knows she's not going to get. Because that's not what it is. Now, let's talk about what she triggers in him. And I said a whole lot of shit, okay? So let's see. I said a whole lot of shit. And listen, we have the wide open road, okay? In the wide open road, if before I even read what it has to say, when you think about wide open road, that's a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole lot of open space. A lot of times when we are on a wide open road, like the highway, we can think. It's kind of crazy how you can drive and think at the same time, but I think a lot of people do it without even realizing that they do it. That's kind of like, well, a lot of people prefer to drive as opposed to probably being in a plane, because you're probably worrying about if this plane gonna, you know, or on a boat, is this boat gonna, you know. But when you're driving, you pretty much have the narrative of, you know, if you need to go left, if you need to go right, can you get up this hill, can you go around this mountain, whatever the case may be. But here's the thing, this is what she triggers, or Lisa triggers in him. And like I said, it's a whole lot. Look at the little dog sitting over here. Look at the little dog sitting over here. So let's just read it, because I already got something in my head right now. I really do. But I'm going to wait to see if it's valid for me to say it. Whoa, okay, that's not what I was going to say, but this ain't got nothing to do with it. But it's just the fact that, let me make sure, wide open road is actually the very last page in the book. And didn't I say he triggers a whole lot? I mean, she triggers a whole lot in him. Didn't I say that? She do. Every goddamn thing. Every goddamn thing. It's literally the last goddamn card in the book. A whole lot. A whole lot. But as a boss, he could never admit that. No. See, this is where it gets juicy at, you guys. This is where it gets juicy at. But anyway, let's talk about it. Okay, because remember what the question is at hand. What Lisa triggers in Jungkook. It says, Tula loves to drive with the convertible top down on her classic car, accompanied by her precious dog, Dory. Her precious dog, Dory. Dogs are considered loyal to, okay? She can see and appreciate the passing landscapes, the clouds overhead, the warmth of the sun. She can appreciate that. And the uncomparable view of her world. Oh, living in the wide open as also open her heart, which seems to be burst with the joy and the beauty she experienced. Driving with the top down deeply invokes her gratitude. In this moment, she feels entirely a part of everything around her. Didn't I say a whole lot? Mm-hmm. 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 What Lisa triggers in him. Okay. Filled with limitless possibilities, and infused with the warmth of a promise. Are you also wide open with your expanded and limitless possibilities? Though this card, Tula is through this card, sorry, Tula is inviting you to take a moment to panoramic view of your own, panoramic view of your own, to remove those things which might be enclosing you to keep you from expanding your life experience from all livings from your heart. Mm-mm-mm. Even if you don't have a classic convertible, you can still enlarge your viewpoint and increase your capability to live in a heart-based life. Whoa! I knew it. I knew it. I just didn't want to say anything. Wherever you are or whatever you are doing, you can also choose to drive with the top down. By taking a full advantage of the core spiritual technology of gratitude. Okay, choosing the wide open perspective in any moment empowers each of us to experience the real divine nature. We are loving, compassionate, and generous beings from our heart. Happiness and bright and gratitude is the bridge. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. What she triggers in him is the possibility, the possibility um, of them being something for real, and not for fake, fake. That's why I said a whole lot when I was shuffling them cards. I said, ooh, I said, you're supposed to be the boss, though. She triggers a whole lot in him. And then what did it say? The limitless possibilities. It talked about the heart. You can choose to ride with that top down. You can choose to ride with that top open. You can choose to ignore it. You can choose to think about it. You can choose to snore about it. You can choose to play with it a little bit. You can even tinker with it just a little bit. But the possibilities are limitless. And that's what triggers him. He goes back and forth in his head like, damn, should I? Damn, no, no, no. And it's for a number of reasons. It's for a number of reasons why. But this is how he triggers her. And this is how she triggers him. And the boss never wants to anybody to know how they are triggered or how somebody triggers them. You can get triggered all day, but you can't let nobody know that shit. This is his karmic lesson. Okay. Um, you know what the I'm talking about him. He knows what the situation is. But at the same time, if you really think about it, it could be this situation, that situation, this one over here, that one over there. It's endless, you know? And that's his karmic lesson. You put yourself in the box, bruh. She just showing you the box that you put yourself in. Okay, and that triggers him. Cause you know how people be when you be in a relationship or a situationship, and it be like, well, you know how I had somebody before you got into this, but peep game, when that person who knew you got somebody but then they decide to, you know, kind of move like you, and then you want to have an attitude because they moving, but what the fuck can you say? This is the situation that you signed up for and was okay with it. So you can't say shit to me for me doing my thing over here when you got a whole thing over there. You feel me? It's like that. And that's triggering to him. That's how she triggers him. And I think it's beautiful. Checkmate, baby girl. Checkmate. Yes. Shit. Girl, take a bow. Take a bow. Listen, I know. More female energy watches the channel. So yeah, we're gonna definitely root for the female. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the hip hop oracle cards. And I want to use these cards right here, you guys, to talk about the archetype. I want to talk about Lisa's archetype in the connection, and I want to talk about John Cook's archetype in the connection. At the bottom of the deck. See, this is why I pre-shuffle these cards so y'all can see this shit. We're talking about the archetype. Why in the world would Rihanna ass be right here? Because dominance. Dominance. Listen, man. I love it. Whew, because at the end of the day, what they say, it is a man world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. It wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Let's just be clear. This is a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Y'all better give respect to the woman, okay? Because we are the one who bring in the male or the female. Push it right through. Bloop. Okay, stop playing. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Wait, who's saying that? Is it No. Wait, James Brown say that, but didn't he sample that from somebody? Was it the Cook guy? I don't know, y'all. Don't get me to trying to figure it out. But I just know it's true. This is a man's world, but guess what? It wouldn't be nothing without a woman. So let's see. Lisa's archetype in this connection. So we know we got dominance at the bottom of the deck right now. Sexuality. Let me tell you. So what is John Cook's archetype in this connection? Come on, man. I want to see you get down and dirty. What is yours? Come on, John. Okay. That's real cliche, bro. That's real cliche. That's real cliche. That's real cliche. I don't appreciate the disrespect. I don't appreciate the disrespect. Okay? I'm gonna tell y'all later what came to my mind when I was shuffling his cards. So fucking disrespectful. Look, resilience. Resilience. So when I was shuffling his cards, the movie, and I don't even know what the hell reference this could have to do with anything, but because I only seen the movie one time, but it's the movie with John Travolta, and it's called Michael. I think, is that the name of it? I think it's called Michael. Anyway, John Travolta plays an angel. He's an angel in the movie. But when I was just shuffling the cards for the archetype for John Cook, this is what came out. I mean, that's what came to my head was that movie Michael. And I promise you, I've only seen it one time. And I have absolutely no idea why I would think about that. Because all I remember is a cocky ass angel I don't know. That's all I remember. Mm. Well, anyway, at the bottom of the deck, we got resilience. All right. So when it comes to their archetype, resilience is exactly what it says. You know, it takes a lot to move in this world that we're currently in and still have integrity and push through all the bullshit. It takes a lot. Okay. So when it comes to their archetype, by this card being at the bottom of the deck, it lets me know that they're gonna both push through this bullshit regardless. Okay. But or they need to push through the bullshit. But let's see, okay, what Lisa's archetype is in the connection. Hey, girlfriend. Girlfriend. I have not had this card before. But I can tell you one thing. What it says at the bottom, truth. So when it comes to her archetype, remember we talked about dominance at the bottom of the day. I'm going to tell you the truth that it is, or I'm going to show you the truth that it is, whether you want to see it or not. And you're going to have to be the one to figure out if this is her being resilient and this is him being resilient, as well as being able to receive it. Being able to receive it. Some people can't handle the truth. Like a lot of motherfuckers is going to see this reading. They can't handle the truth. I don't care. But listen, let's just go over to what it has to say. Here we go. Honesty, straightforwardness, comprehension. See, some people can't comprehend a lot of things. That's why they can't face the truth. Because you can read some shit over and over and over, right? Anybody can read, right? But if you can't comprehend the shit that you're reading, it's pointless. It's pointless. You're not retaining anything. Okay? You got it's levels to this shit. It's steps to this shit. You got to be able to comprehend the words that are coming out of my mouth. If you don't comprehend the words that are coming out of my mouth, you're not going to be able to understand the truth because you can't comprehend the shit that I'm trying to tell you. Okay? So we have honesty, straightforwardness, comprehension, and we also have stubbornness. Okay? So this is how she shows up. Okay? And this is what it says. It says, she says things that most people are afraid to spit on wax, which is basically music, which is why she is both a truth barrier and a knowledge seeker, a dangerous combination to those who underestimate the power of the woman. That's why I said this is a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Let's keep it a buck. And that's why I just said what I said. She's gonna tell you the truth. She's gonna show you the truth. This is how she shows up in their connection. I don't know how she show up in nobody else, but this is how she show up in their connection. Okay? This is the archetype. Okay? It's a dangerous combination to those who underestimate the power of the woman. Okay? And it says, you find it hard to speak your truth right now. Maybe you're sparing the feelings of others, or you aren't quite sure how to put the words together. It's a struggle we all deal with, though. Okay? It says, a card like this proves the truth shall set you free. Open your throat chakra and let the words come out. Remember, we can all experience blockages of any kind and not speak your truth. You can feel metaphorically straggling, sometimes eloquence. What the fuck is that? Must take a back seat to being brutally honest. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. How she shows up in this connection is she could be even more brutal word wise. Okay? She's not stupid by far. Okay? She could be even more brutal with her words. But because she has a respect for him, she keeps it to a minimum. That's how she shows up. She could be a motherfucker. But at the same time, remember what I said about that integrity. Okay? This is how she shows up in the connection. Don't get it twisted. Okay? I'm dominance in this bitch like a motherfucker. I just play the role because I know that makes you comfortable. And as most females do. We play the role because we know it makes their ego feel good. You know, we do it. But then we be laughing in the back of our hit minds like, this motherfucker don't even know. Don't say it's just me. There's no fucking way. There's no way. It didn't happen. If that's the case, I'm superwoman. God damn it. Come on now, y'all. Come on now. I know I'm not the only one. Anyway, let's see what his archetype is in the connection. Ooh, wait. You see what I said. I bet you. I just turned this card over. I bet you. Remember I talked about that movie, Michael, with John Travolta? How come his archetype in this connection is power? The motherfucking boss always tries to have the fucking power. Well, they wouldn't be called the boss if there wasn't, right? They didn't have some type of power. So truth versus power. Which one is dominant? We had Rihanna right here, y'all, and it says dominance. Which one is more powerful? The truth or the power? Even if you don't, leave it in the comments. Even if you don't. Because you're scared to speak your truth. But think about it. Which one is more dominant? The truth or the power? I'm gonna let you sit with that one. Because if you know me, you know what I'm gonna say. If anybody know me, know what I'm gonna say. And what do they say? The truth will set you free. Yeah. No, it's not Sunday, okay? We will not be preaching to the choir today. Anyway, let's go on over here, y'all. It says impact. It talks about force. It talks about engagement. It talks about activism. It talks about community service. Okay. So how he shows up in the connection is, if you're feeling a gravitational pull to change the world, there's a reason for it. This is a man's world. It doesn't have to be on a grand scale. Like Sister Soldier, you can move slowly upwards until one day you make a massive impact. You'll never know until you try. But pulling this card is a sign that it is time for some action. Link with the community groups or form your own. The best part of being an agent for change is that there's no way to do it as long as you think like a soldier and keep your boots to the ground. Ain't that interesting? It ain't about a bit. Ain't about a bitch. It's not that. It's interesting. It's interesting that his archetype will show up as Sister Soldier. Okay? Everybody know Sister Soldier is very powerful when it comes to spreading the word, when it comes to speaking up for the truths. Okay, what is truths? And helping the community as a whole. Okay? And as I said, there's some type of connection, okay, between Jungkook and his archetype showing up as power in that movie Michael with John Travolta. I just can't figure out the connection right now. I just can't figure it out right now because, like I said, I only seen it one time and I was bored as fuck when I watched it. So obviously I ended up watching it. But there's some type of connection there. I do remember he's an angel though. Yeah, not the best angel, but he is an angel in the movie. That much I do remember. So I'm guessing when it comes to his archetype in the connection is he does try to do what's right. He does try to do what's right for the whole, okay? When it comes to their connection, he does try to do right, okay? That much I will give him. He does try to do right, okay? All right, let's see. Let's go on to the Moonology message oracle cards here. And I just want to use these cards to talk about their past emotional cycles. I want to talk about the past cycle, the present cycle, and the future cycle for these two. All right, Spirit, help me out, help me out. Shadow work. Well, we all need a little shadow work. We need a little monster. No monster shade. Have some water, okay? Okay. We all need a little shadow work, you know. And whenever we're talking about the emotional cycles, sometimes we do need some shadow work, you know. And it takes some strength to do that, doesn't it? It's not easy. No one signs up and say, "Hey, today I'm going to work on myself." Something actually happens that clicks in your head to make you decide that, you know what, I'm going to work on myself. It's called a wake-up call. Okay. Can I get 3 cards and can I please get them back to back, Spirit? When it comes to Lisa from BLACKPINK and Jungkook from BTS, please. What are their emotional cycles? Can I please get them back to back? Well, oh, yeah. Okay. So past cycles, strength. Present cycles, slow it down. Future cycles, higher power, baby. Higher power. Bottom of the deck. Love, baby. Because we're talking about the emotional cycles. Why wouldn't love be there? Okay. Now, let's talk about that. Let's talk about those hidden truths. Let's talk about what they don't say. Okay, 3 cards. Let's talk about Lisa's hidden truth. Then we're gonna talk about John Cook's hidden truth. Then we're gonna talk about the truth they both avoid. This is gonna be fun. What's at the bottom? I am great. Oh, are you now? Are you now, kitty kitty? I am grateful for this spiritual lesson. All right. So they're not fighting it. They're grateful for it, and that's good. Because some people try to fight, and but they're not doing that. And then it says something about I blamed you. It was my fault. Some shit like that. That was on the card when I split the deck. Can I get 3 cards, please? What is it that they don't say? Starting off with Lisa, then John Cook, then the truth they both avoid. First card is going to be Lisa. What is it that she doesn't say? What is her hidden truth? Second card. What is John Cook's hidden truth? What is it that he doesn't say? See, nigga, he don't never want nobody to know shit. What's the truth that they both avoid? Oh, look at that. What's the truth that they both avoid? We get 2 cards. Ain't that about a bitch? Oh. At the bottom of the deck, they wish things could be different. How cute is that? How cute is that? All right, so her truth, her hidden truth, talks about, I remember every detail of that day. Now, I think, and I'm just going off on a limb, anybody else can say whatever they feel, that's fine, I welcome it. But when I see, I remember every day, when I remember every detail of that day, what I'm thinking is the whole plan, the whole setup. Okay? Because sometimes we do forget the whole plan, the whole setup, and be thinking it's the truth when you know it's just part of the game. But as much as she likes to pretend that, it's more to it than it actually is, she remember every detail of it, the setup, for sure. What about him? What is his hidden truth? I know I was a distraction from your pain. Oh, he came in at the right time in the right place. He came in at the right time and at the right place, and now that makes me understand why she was hoping and wishing that it was more than what it was. Oh, baby girl, don't do that to yourself. Now, what is the truth that they both avoid? Now, we got 2 cards come out, y'all. I don't know which one is which. Oh, so many things reminds me of you, and I am grateful for this spiritual lesson. Wasn't that at the bottom of the deck just a minute ago? So they are grateful for what it is that they're learning. If not, it wouldn't have came out again. So that's their hidden truth. Well, thank you for that, Spirit. Aren't you so kind? All right. All right, y'all. Now, let's go to the Cosmic Insights. 2 cards. We're going to talk about their underlining energy. Okay, their underlining energy. What energy drives their connection and what energy complicates it. Intuition. The red flags you ignore now will come back to hide. Why can I not get that out? The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. All right. This is the underlying energy. So when it comes to ignoring things, if you ignore it too long in this particular connection, it'll come back to bite you. And I think with the karmic cards that came out via Tula, we know that much already. right? Right. Ooh. Ooh. I always sound like I'm an old person snitching on teenagers and shit. Intimacy, sexual chemistry, and reminiscing. If the underlying energy is let's get it on, they want to get it on, very much so. But it wouldn't be good for them to do that because, as I said, one person would be more emotionally invested than the other person would be, and that could backfire, you know? So stick to the script, keep playing the role, don't make it more than it is, and get this money, honey. Okay? What is the underlying energy? What energy drives their connection, and what energy complicates it? This is what drives it. This is what complicates it. What's at the bottom? Open your heart, and it will help you attract more love. Oh, then we have love up here. Yeah, we did. All right, so these are the underlying energies here. Water signs. Listen, we're talking about the underlying energy that drives their connection. Isn't the water signs? We got Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio right here. Um, this right here is the underlying energy. The water signs is your emotions like a motherfucker. And if they're not talking about these two's emotions via these water signs, which I really think it is, we can be talking about the seasons, okay? We talked about seasons up here during Cancer season, during Scorpio season, during Pisces seasons, the underlying energy, okay? What energy drives this connection? What drives this connection is the emotions behind it. The water signs, this is what drives it. Well, then what's the opposite of that? What energy complicates it? Don't be no fire now. Don't be no fire now. Oh, even worse. What is it, Shay? I'm not telling. This is what complicates the this is what complicates the energy. Confession, someone has something to tell you. Yeah. This is what complicates it. You can't confess that you feeling more than what you supposed to do. You know what you signed up for, whether it's him, whether it's her. I'm liking the stuff that they saying about us. Maybe we could just explore just a little bit. Let's give them something to talk about. Okay? This is what, and wouldn't it be the underlying energy that complicated? Wouldn't it? Open up your heart, and it will help you attract more love. Open up your heart, not your legs. There's a difference. So many times we get it confused, misconstrued. Okay. Misconstrued sounds a lot like screwed, doesn't it? Misconstrued sounds a lot like screwed. Okay? Stupid. Woo! Anyway, this is the Kipper. And let's talk about the real world influences, okay? Let's talk about the real world influences. What time is it? Fuck. I really want to do another reading. Oh, it's cool. The bank don't open up till like 9. This is good. Nigga gotta go pay the rent. Nigga gots to go pay the rent. Okay. Get that shit out the way. Yeah. If you got the money, get it out the way and fucking pay for it before you spend it on some other shit. Anyway. What is the real world influences here? We're gonna ask for 3 cards via the Kipper. And I want to know the outside influence that affects their connection. I want to know what path their connection is on. And I want to know the outcome energy surrounding them. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we got another goddamn two. Okay. We're talking about the real world influence. And we got this main female showing up at the bottom of the deck. I said number two I said the number two keep popping up. And now we got it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now we got number two popping up 6 different times, okay? And it comes up to 12. I could do a little math. Don't talk about me. I hate math. Okay. They fucked it up when they started putting letters and shit in the math. That's where they fucked it all up at. Algebra my ass. Algebra my ass. Okay. Yeah. It's something about this main female being number two. And what I feel like is in this scenario, you'll never be number one. You will always be number two. Something like that. Even though it says main female, I'm feeling like it just would not be Lisa. She would always be number two. You feel me? You know? I'm sorry, girl. I'm so sorry. Young lady. You're not a girl, young lady. My apologies. See what I'm saying? Look at this shit. I split the deck and we got adjudication. Number 32 could be significant to this situation at hand. Can I get 3 cards, please? What is the external influence affecting this connection? What path is their connection on? And what is the outcome energy of their surrounding energy? What is the outcome energy surrounding them? Ooh, I just heard something, y'all, but I can't figure out what it was. And I'm not talking about that damn bird. This card just came out. I'm not talking about that bird. I literally heard a female's voice in my ear again. That stuff be crazy, y'all. That stuff be crazy. It was very faint. Expectations, number 28. Here we go again. Expectations, Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. Get that out the camera. All right. So, here we go. The external influences that's affecting this connection. Okay, we got gift, which is rather interesting because this is really a good card. So we're talking about the external influences that affects this connection. With gift being here, you would think the influence would be bad, but no, it's not. Not with the gift coming out. Now here's the thing. What path their connection is on. So if the outside influences that affects their connection is the gift, that makes me feel like, remember when I talked about giving and receiving? Okay, remember I said it's a balance. It's not like they're hurting anybody or anything of that nature. You're getting something, they're getting something. The gift here, okay? This is probably what's going to be the kicker, or this one, but let's just see what path their connection is on. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. See, a gift, and then we got another goddamn number, 26. Um, Great fortune. This is too powerful. This is too powerful. I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming. Okay? The path their connection on, the path their connection is on, with the gift and the fortune being here, shit, it's gonna stay pretty much the way that it is. But this is the outcome though. So the path their connection on and the outside influence, it's all good. Whether we're talking about financial stability, monetary, whatever, it's still all good. Okay? So the outside influences is good. The path that they're on is great fortune. What is this one though? Ooh, 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 ooh. It's not bad. It's not bad. The what outcome energy is surrounding, and we got the house. Let's talk about the house, y'all. I don't really read these like the Kipper. No one really reads the Kipper, but we do got number 20, which is another goddamn 2. But listen to this. It says this card, and hold on from the okay, idea of long-term investments. Wow. Listen, it says the significator has arrived at a fine wrought iron gate of an impressive 5-story Queen Anne mansion which blazes with gas lights. It is a waning moon or an eclipse of the sun. Are we coming for dinner or for a ball? The scene is ripe with potential and suspense, literally, of the course. This is a house of home, property, real estate, land, dealings, building. Abstractly, it represents safety, family, coziness, security is the thing you hold and that holds you. For this to arise, the idea of long-term investments or resources. This card shows you family, neighborhood, home, buildings, or real estate in general. It also stands for stability and security. Listen, this might be a secured of a safe job or a job in real estate. The house can indicate a solid, strong, and steady relationship. It says this could be an actual house or apartment that has security or real estate. This is a lucky card when near the significator, but in the center of the spread, the people who surround it can be dangerous. The timing, approximately 6 months. This connection is good. Everything about, and these cards I use is for the real world connection. What's going on? I'm not talking about energy wise. I'm talking about real world connection. Okay, this is what I use the Kipper for. It's good. So far, so good. The only thing that I'm concerned about is number 28, which was at the bottom of the deck, and it talked about expectations. Now, it said if this house is in the middle, depending on the significators. The significator is obviously the other card that's next to it, but it's still all good. Now, it did mention, although this wasn't in the middle, it did mention something about 6 months, and we talked about the what is the outcome energy surrounding it. Okay, this card right here represents 6 months. Okay, I don't know what's gonna occur in 6 months. What I can tell you right now, things look good. But like I said, with expectations being here, um, I don't know how long that will last. That's the only thing. Okay, that's the only thing. And remember, I use this for real world stuff, not just energy. I'm talking about real life shit. Okay, so right now it's beautiful. I've never had these cars come out like this, not one time, never. So this is the real world influences right now, and it's good. It's damn good. All right. So gift, great fortune, house, expectations. This expectations could be, I expect nothing less than this. I expect nothing but the house. I expect nothing but the great fortune. I expect nothing but the gift. What's up under it? Ooh, I ain't showing you all that. Ooh. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you. Because I know you want to see it. Marriage. Remember what marriage could be. Ooh, yeah, I don't like that. Ugh. Expectations, marriage, journey, income, despair. So these cards got a nice little shine to them. That's that. We're almost done. Damn, 2 hours, Shane? What the fuck? It's been that way lately. Let's see. Let's talk about the signs of the times. And I want to know about their future energy. I want to know what their connection will produce. And I want to know what their future dynamic looks like. Oh, God. I don't like that. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, see what I'm saying? What number is that? Ooh, 23. 23. This got something to do with Lisa. This got something to do with Lisa. At the bottom of the deck, we have number 41, and it talks about disruption. And 41 talks about disruption, lightning and disruption. And then we have moon here, number 23. It says moon, and it talks about emotions. I'm telling you. So remember with the cosmic, we had those water signs, and I said we talk about what drives their connection, and I said water sign season or emotions. Man, yeah, ooh, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because these are the cards that I want to use. These are the signs of the time, and I want to use this for their future energy. I don't like it. Disruption and opportunities. Well, sometimes disruptions bring about new opportunities, okay? What do their future dynamics look like? What do their future dynamics look like? What do their future dynamics look like? Lisa from BLACKPINK and Jungkook from BTS. What do their future dynamics look like? Hell, it might not be none. Damn. And there we go. Remember, I split the deck and we had opportunities. Remember that disruption, and then we had opportunities, so it's popping back up. All right, y'all. So what their connection produces, we got destiny. Okay. Destiny is always like fated to happen. Destiny. Okay. That's what their connection produces. And then this right here, what their future dynamic looks like. Of course it would. Abundance. That's the money, honey. Okay. So regardless, the money flow is going to keep coming. Even if there is a disruption, and it's number 25 again. Even if there is a disruption in this connection, the money is going to keep coming. So that's always good. All right? That's always good. What is the final message the universe wants them to know? We have no at the bottom of the deck. Know what, though? We got success. Okay? What does the universe want them to know? What does the universe want Lisa Black from Pink? I said Lisa Black. What does the universe want Lisa from BLACKPINK to know? And what does the universe want Jungkook from BTS to know? They get 2. Alrighty. What's at the bottom? Oh, something's going to pop off a year from now. Something's going to pop off a year from now, y'all. They got 2 cards. You know, the money is going to be fine. We got if you believe, and then we have abundance. If you believe in abundance, and something about a year from now. Okay? All right. That has been the requested reading for Lisa Black and Jungkook from BTS. As I said, the next reading will be for Jungkook. The update for his future spouse. The person wants to know the age, the career, the nationality, the personality, the timeline, plus his career, the future of his career. All right. Once again, anybody can request a reading except for Jungkook. No more Jungkook's requests. No more. I said no more. You can request any goddamn thing you want to, but I will not be doing no more of his readings. God damn it. It could be any other member. I'm not doing him no more. And I know he would appreciate that. Okay, once I get all of these out the way that I got, I'm done. All right, so yeah, keep them coming, y'all. I appreciate it. I'm finna go. Bye.